Okay, so now we are talking about sales report. Okay, under the sales report, we have a multiple type of a sales report. Okay, the first one would be the sales report by item code. So this particular report actually is by itemized. Okay, so if let's say you know what will be your item code, under which branch, date period, or by customer or anything, so you can filter by here. Okay, and then you click search. So even though if let's say you don't have any item code, and then you just selecting for all of item code between the date range, so you just click search, so all the item under that period will be shown. Okay, what would be the item name, item code, the branch, because I'm selecting for all branch actually, and then location, stock balance. Okay, stock balance for that particular location. How many sold for each item? Okay, the item amount, sales, okay, and the cost. So now here you see a lot of cost. Okay, a lot of cost over here. So by default it will show. So if we want to hide, we can hide the what they call the cost for you over here. Okay. So the sales report by item actually is by itemized. We group by item code. We don't tell you what will be the document number, everything. No, because we group by the item. So again, if let's say for the report wise, okay, the UI wise, if let's say you want to group them by item name or by item code, so you just click and filter it like this. Okay, so you can have a selection, the grouping. But if you don't want the grouping, so you just cross it. Okay. So if let's say you want to print it by a summary only, because you don't want line by line, so you just click and then click export or printable page. Okay. And the next one, we have a sales report by document. So just now actually by itemized, right? We don't know what will be the document number. This one will be the sales report by document. Okay, by document. So over here we also have an advanced filter where you can search by particular or specific invoice number, okay, item code, branch, and then also the date range over here. Okay, so after you search, then you click search, then the report will be shown over here. So okay, so over here we're gonna have a branch location, okay, and the document number. What will be the unit price for the document, the pricing, how many quantity, and then all the information, the customer. Okay, this one is based on document number. Okay, based on document number. So if let's say you have under one document number, you have two items. Okay, so example like this. So all of this actually under one. So 4 items under one document number together with the price. Okay, so we gonna show you in separate line. So if you want to see, you can click on the document number. So there will be a pop-up message for you to see what will be the document. Okay, okay. Now we have a red and also the black one. Red actually it would be, if the margin actually negative, then it will become red color. Okay, so this one is by document number. Just now in the first one, you don't have any document number because it's grouped by the item code. Okay, and the third one here will be the by finance charges. So all the layout will be the same. Okay, the differences here will be the finance charges and the finance rate. Okay, so it will together under the calculation. How you get these finance charges and finance rate? Actually, this finance charges and finance rates is based on your cash book. When you have under your cash book, right, or the settlement method here, you have a bank charges. You get the charges here. So this is where actually will be shown in the finance charges here. Okay, and then sales report by weekly, monthly, actually is here. Okay, so I just select the branch. Okay, the date range. Okay, and then I search. So it will by, this one is by monthly. Okay, I put it by monthly because I search here the select period here. I choose monthly. So if let's say I choose by week, okay, it's gonna give me week 1 to week 14. So when I click search, then the header will be shown as a week 1, week 2. Okay, and next we have a daily cash flow analysis. So this is where actually for your cashier, how they collect the money. Okay, so your cashier, if let's say they create the sales invoice or sales receipt, sorry, cash sales, whether they get by cash, credit card, check, PD check. So this is the report. Okay, terms here. Okay, let me explain. So terms over here will be if it's a credit invoice. Okay, it's a credit term. Sorry, it's a credit term, so it will go to the terms. But if let's say it's a cash sales where they collect by cash or credit card, so it will show here the amount like this. But if let's say it's a credit term, so if all the amount will go to the terms column. Okay, so again, you have a document number here in the blue where you can click and then to see what the information. Okay, and then next we have a sales report by salesman. Okay, this is grouping by salesman. So you can select one of a salesman, or you can untick all to select all. So you will know under this salesman how much is the sales, how much he returned, the net sales, cost, GP, and everything. Okay, this is basically is more into like for commission purposes. And then we have multi branches. When you want to know on the multiple, you can select multiple. Okay, daily summary. So this daily summary to group for you. Okay, what will be your payment, your collection, payment, voucher, and collection. Okay, and then we have a receipt with the credit card. Okay, so because in the receipt you can use you can receive by cash, you can receive by credit card, check, or maybe QR code or anything. Okay, so this receipt by credit card, it only show you the collection receipt if it is tagged to the credit card. Okay, so if let's say it's a cash check or anything, any payment method other than credit card, it will not shown here. Okay, then next is a collection invoice detail where you can see what will be the invoice item, and the contract. And then this sales report by serial number where you search by the item code. See? Okay, so it will show you what the item name, and okay, this one is the report or the sales only for serialized item. So if it is a non-serialized item, it will not show under this item code. Okay, so the first one, which is the sales report by item code, it will show all. Okay, it will show the serialized and non-serialized. This one, the sales report by serial number, only show you for the serialized only. Okay, and this one is a sales report by item salesman category. So where you can have a group by whether you want to group by customer or you group by salesman. Okay. So for each of the report, okay, if you see the advanced filter is almost the same, where you will have a date range, the customer, the salesman, okay, the item type, and also you will have optional. The optional here, because we have a GL code type or the account type item. Okay, so by default, all the GL code or account type will be hide. So if you want to show, so you just make sure that untick it. Okay. Okay, then next we have a setting. Okay, so here this settings only can show by admin. Okay, where which part that you want to show, which one that you want to hide. Okay, So just now I mentioned that you can hide the cost and everything, okay, not allow the user to see because that's for management purposes. So that one you can hide over here. So which part that you want to hide? Okay. So if let's say you hide over here already, so when you come here, you will not have any what do you call column anymore for that. So after here, then only we give a permission, okay, for selected user, the one that can see the cost. Okay, so that's the applet setting. Okay, and then we have a default selection. For the applet, this one is for the applet default selection. The permission. Okay, just now I mentioned on the permission. So which permission, which role that allowed to see the cost and everything. Okay, and then we have a personalization. The personalization is only for my user. Okay, only for my user. Then this is my default selection. So we have two. Okay. For sales report applet, okay, each of the report actually have their own logic. Okay, so we advise the customer actually, if let's say they have their own report, or maybe they have their own logic for the sales report, they need to tell us, or they tell the PM this is the report that they want. So let the PM actually to find whether they can use this, which report to find to get similar report to with the customer. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's for the sales report.